Manhattan. Yeah. Who the hell would want to live in Manhattan? This borough is way too crowded for me. Give me good old Brooklyn Heights. It's just people. It's just too much. People, cabs, noise, dirt. Ay, yikes. Give me good old Brooklyn Heights. I'm back to Brooklyn Heights, back to sanity. My God, I never thought I'd get out of the Big Apple. It's a great city, but I can just take it for short periods of time. Now we're back here in good old Brooklyn Heights. It's peaceful, not crowded. You can't beat it. And in the background we have the city at a safe distance. As you know, they call Brooklyn Heights here the first suburb of New York, and you can see why. It's just a beautiful part of New York. And this is just a typical street, Pineapple. Oh, look at this. We even have a piano there. And we're going to enter the promenade. And this is Columbia Heights. Just not as congested, just much more peaceful. Let's go on the promenade. Can't beat the promenade. And what's really going to be fantastic is when they complete the project here on the waterfront. It's going to be incredible. But here we go, onto the promenade, back to Saturday where you can sit and relax, read a book. Oh, I can breathe again. I can breathe again. Back to good old Brooklyn Heights. Oh my God. Oh, peace, relax. Not the insanity. Beautiful brownstones built in the 1850s primarily. Okay, now that we've seen some of the heights, and we all know how beautiful this area is, let's go to an area that's not far from the heights, that being Fort Greene. One of the advantages of the heights is it's pretty centrally located to brownstone Brooklyn in general. We have Cobble Hill, we have Dumbo, we have Fort Greene, Borum Hill, you know, just a great area. And even Park Slope isn't that far either. We'll see that later. We're going to transition from Brooklyn Heights to Fort Greene, and specifically Fort Greene Park. Fort Greene's about a 25-minute walk, or you could take the C train, and it's about a 7-minute ride from Brooklyn Heights. There's a memorial for the martyrs that were held captive during the Revolutionary War. This park has a lot of activities such as tennis and a really good dog walk. Imagine if you from up there is pretty nice. There's a plaque. Let's go see. I'll try to read it, but you know. Let's see, in memory of the 11,500 patriotic American sailors and soldiers who endured untold suffering
and died on the British Persian ships anchored in Wallabout during the Revolutionary War, 1776 to 1782. The remains lie buried in the crypt at the base of this monument, which was dedicated on November 14, 1908. This plaque was affixed by the Society of Old Brooklynites on June 1st, 1960.
The park is named for Revolutionary War General Nathaniel Greene, who oversaw the construction of Fort Putnam at the summit of the park in 1776. During the Battle of Brooklyn, Fort Putnam defended George Washington's retreat across the East River, here in Brooklyn Heights at Fulton Landing, to safety before being left to the British. Once again, in 1812, patriotic citizen volunteers fortified the top of the hill in anticipation of a British attack, digging trenches and laying out barriers. The attack never came. You can freeze frame this plaque and read about Fort Greene. What I plan to do later in part 2 is, walk around a couple streets like Lafayette and DeKalb and show you a few of my favorite restaurants.